In this video, I wanted to share this optimized script that allows you to take a curve, any curve like this one, and I'll go and set one curve here, and it'll turn it into a set of bricks. This was inspired by a post on Facebook, and so I wanted to go off of that and actually create it three-dimensional using a base curve as the base geometry. So let me show you how I created this. So I'm a part of different groups in Facebook. This is one of them, Grasshopper Rhino. And in this group, I saw this script, and this is the one that inspired it. But I'm also part of a bunch of different groups that are really cool, and there's a lot of information out there. So I just wanted to add on to the wealth of information that a lot of people put in here. So I'll go in and let me show you how that was created. So with this one, we have the ability to pick the size of the brick. Let's change all of these parameters, and then I'll show you more on the inside. The length of the brick, the height. And this is the spacing vertically for the mortar. So let's go here to 1/2 inch. Vertical copies, this will make and at the end, I created a brick shift so you can create more spacing in between. And to finalize it, I was able to round off the edges to give it a little a different look. Let's take a look at what it looks like here. Oh, and right now the toggle is at false, so we'll turn it to true, and then it will go ahead and take care of the calculation of this. So actually, let's go to 1. Let's go to 0.5. And if the number is too big, it won't work. And this toggle actually won't turn it on and off. It'll turn it from chamfer to fillet. And the way this was created is this is called a cluster. And what I've been doing lately is just cleaning them up, making sure that I have the inputs and the sliders all working out. And on the inside, so if I double click inside, this is where the idea of where the definition actually sits. And in here, I can make sure I have everything organized, and the sliders will be here at the left. So let's go into draw preview geometry for selected objects, and let me show you how I created it. So we'll start here with the base curve, which is this one. So with this base curve is what we started with. Then what I did is I offset it to each side and created this segment from the endpoints. I then extruded that up, and using amplitude, I extruded the brick. That brick was then arrayed, or it was then rounded off with the fillet, and then it was arrayed along the curve. The issue is that if I were to just copy that vertically, it would create a cool effect, but it won't be the way that it would be constructed, which would be staggering each brick set. So let's go here into the base geometry that I extruded. For the first brick was this surface, and the one above it would actually be halfway, would be like this. So if we have this surface and I extruded it, in this one I extruded it from the middle each way. So one gets extruded one side and the other one gets extruded from the middle. And then I did the same thing with the same parameters, and I arrayed it staggered. Now I can go here. Now we can copy them vertically to create the vertical array. And that concludes the idea of what this script does. So we can choose, so I'll go here to save and close. Now in here, let's change that curve. So I'll just create an interpolator. It could even be a polyline. Let's set one curve. And it'll space them out depending on the length of that curve. Now the shift sometimes messes it up a little bit, but it can create this kind of pattern. Here in the corner, they will have, sometimes we'll have issues where they intersect, but for the most part, it works out pretty good. And we can always change this round to be a different angle. And let's go to something like this. And let's do that again. Set one curve. Whoop. Let's set multiple curves, but since that's the only one, it's only doing it to that. And I think it could even do it to, let's see if we can set multiple curves. And if it will do it to those. Now, it can only do it to one at a time. So let's go to a arc. Let's set this. So if you have any questions, let me know. I'll have this available, both the optimized script and the one that I had before it was optimized. I'll have this available. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time.